fall of 338 BC, King Philip II of Macedon controls most of Greece. A decisive victory at Chaeronea, in which Alexander plays a significant role defeating the Athenians, gives Macedonian troops respect for a new father-son leadership team.
By the time Alexander reaches the age of 18, he has proven himself a worthy successor to his father's throne. He naturally assumes that this palace at Aegae will one day be his to rule and to call home. But a series of events alters those expectations, events prompted not by war, but by love.
Within months of his victory at Chaeronea, Philip decides to take another bride. 20-year-old Cleopatra, from an elite Macedonian family, agrees to become his newest bride.
I think it came down to the fact that here he is, a middle-aged man, and he finds himself an appropriate young woman who will make a marriage alliance with a strong Macedonian family, and he went for it. Here we've got a guy who's almost 50 taking up with a woman who is, 30 years his younger. So I'll let you draw the conclusions on that.
Regardless of his reasoning, Philip's decision to wed Cleopatra creates a major rift with Alexander and his mother Olympias. Should the Macedonian Cleopatra give birth to a male child, the boy would take Alexander's place as legitimate heir to Philip's throne. For Alexander's mother is from Epirus, not part of Macedonia.
Alexander, who had been brought up on the Iliad and the flattery of his tutors that he was a second Achilles, fancied himself in the role. On the other hand, there was Daddy, who clearly had prior claim to the job, and now Daddy had remarried and was busy siring children on Cleopatra as fast as he could go.
Growing tension between family members comes to a head on the couple's wedding night in the fall of 338 BC.
The Macedonians were renowned for their drinking parties, many of which took place right here in the palace. Following the wedding of Philip and Cleopatra, the traditional Macedonian banquet takes place, at which all the men become seriously drunk. Attalus, the bride's uncle, raises a toast, praying that the gods may bless the union with the legitimate heir to the throne. Enraged, Alexander shouts out, "What do you take me for, a bastard?" He hurls a goblet of wine at Attalus. Philip stands, draws his sword, advances across the room towards his son, but he's so drunk that he trips and falls. Alexander jeers at his father, saying, "Here is the man who is planning to cross from Europe into Asia, and he cannot even cross from one table to another."
This incident devastates a father-son relationship, which took 18 years to build. It destroys the potential of a military partnership upon which family dynasties are often founded.
Following the scandalous wedding banquet, Alexander and his mother Olympias go into exile. But Philip soon realizes that the state needs a recognized heir to the throne, and he needs a valuable military commander. He convinces Alexander to return home. But Olympias does not return. Despite the reconciliation, there is no guarantee that Alexander will one day be king. Within a year of Philip's marriage, Cleopatra gives birth to a son. If Philip lives long enough, the throne will not go to Alexander. It will go to his half-brother, a purebred Macedonian.